And good Saturday morning, everybody. I know we didn't have a title card, but we'll explain that later on. But it's great to be back here with my brother. How you doing, Shannon?
Doing okay, man. Just happy to be here. Happy we
Yes,
can
sir.
do this. What, for the first time in a year, 2 years? I don't know. How long's it been?
It
Seems like
seems like it, don't it?
Yeah.
Seems like a long time. Holy cow. It's been 3 weeks. That is long for us. So, but first thing I want to do is I want to thank everybody during that time for checking in on me and all the well wishes and everything, and especially my brother here, Shannon, for putting up the with the delays and everything like that. And I really appreciate the video post you did. That was awesome. Thank you so much for that, and thank everybody. I really appreciate that. We're hanging in there. So we're back this week. We're going to show some comics. We're going to have some fun, doggone it. So
good.
All right. So I noticed when I tried to do this last night that YouTube has changed some of their stuff. And now I can no longer just add files, video files. I can do the add files under the present tab, but I can't do it like I used to do it, where I could modify stuff. Like if we added a Legion pet, I could modify it and put it right back in. I can't do that. It won't let me load those up anymore. For some reason, I guess they want you to just buy one of their packages. So I don't know how long it's going to be. We're going to be on this streaming service. If anybody's using a better one that they like more or whatnot, please let me know. Instagram or Facebook or even X. You can contact me on any of those. Or you can contact me. A lot of you have my phone number and whatnot. Just let me know, because it really is getting kind of convoluted and difficult here using StreamYard. So, but we're going to try and muddle through today. So let's see. We want to start like we always do. We're going to start right here. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Did I do that right? No. We got to bring in the peanut gallery first. It's been so long, I forgot the opening things. So let's do that.
The peanut gallery's on the run. We got the comics, you bring the fun. Saturday morning, time to cheer. Man, we're glad you're here. North, south, east, and west, peanut gallery, you're the best. All our friends, both far and near, man, we're glad you're here.
And we want to say good morning to everybody in the peanut gallery.
Hope you're having a great Saturday. Hope everyone is well.
And so glad you guys are hanging out with us once again. So great to be back with you guys. We're going to start right off like we always do with a little Anthony Purdue. There we go. We got Anthony right here, and he says, "Good morning, Peanut Peers. School day stores that sold comic books. Much to my surprise, Eagle Street mom and pop store behind my sixth grade school never had comic books until 1971.
The same year my grandparents moved to Eagle Street, one day inside the store I see a magazine rack and find back issues of Thunder Agents and Marvel Collector Item Classics."
Oh, wow, cool. We never saw Thunder Agents on the rack. That's cool. Anthony says, after the back issues stopped coming, the store sold a few Charlton titles. I would buy my monthly Phantom issues at the store. one day walking home from 7th grade on a drizzly day. Okay. Where did you go? Man, it just jumped down about 20 things here. Sorry about that.
Okay. He said, I decided to stop over at my grandparents' house, so I take a street that I never really went by. I stop at the mom and pop store located there, and inside they have a spinner rack.
An issue of the Mighty Thor greets my attention. I buy that issue and another book. In 10th grade, I find 2 stores near the high school that also sell comic books.
I never went by those stores until junior high and high school required my travels in that direction, in their direction. It was comforting knowing I had school day stores around me.
And he says, Teddy says hi to all his friends, wishing everyone, especially our 2, should have been childhood friends, Doc and Brother Shannon. We'll catch the replay. Well, thank you so much, Anthony, for another wonderful story.
Oh, yeah. We appreciate that. We appreciate the kind words, as always.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's funny because I remember in high school, they would let you leave the school and go down. It was probably, I don't know, half a mile, go down to the town and go to the library, the public library, to do research projects and stuff like that. Wow. You think every kid that left the high school ever went straight to the library? Oh, no.
No.
I found out that there was not a hardware store. It's a hardware store now, but there was like a variety store, and I went in there, and they had wrestling magazines and they had comic books. So,
say no more. Say no more.
Yes, sir. Oh, it was such a cool thing though, because you're still a kid, you still don't have experience in the world and everything. So it was like, oh wow, this is another place that I can go and pick up books and wrestling books and stuff like that. It was just so much fun. So thank you so much, Anthony, because that reminded me a lot of those memories from high school. So very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, I couldn't imagine. I mean, kind of being raised up in a rural area, there's a store here that sells books, and this is dedicated to comic books, and this, because all we had were like little mom and pop stores and the grocery store. And
Yep.
And my favorite place was called Bath County Drug, and they had like a big, huge, I don't know how huge it was. Everything seems bigger, when you're a kid, but it's probably about the same size as the rack I got here, and all the new comics would be on it, wrestling magazines, car magazines, Woman's Day, Red Book, all that stuff. So that's those are really good memories.
Yeah, I was just those. I was the same way. It's a rural area up here where I grew up and was born and raised, and we had the mom and pop stores on neighborhood corners, and just would go and it was a big deal. The town I'm living in now, it's about a mile from where we live. And in the summertime, Ma would walk us. She'd get together with another family friend and their kids, and we would all walk to the store in this town now called the Snack Bar. It's long since gone, but that was the biggie, man, for us kids, because it had a large candy section and it had a large comic book section. So,
yeah, good stuff.
Fun stuff, fun memories. Anthony says, wishing everyone on the Peanut Gallery health and happiness. Well, thank you so much, Anthony.
Appreciate that very much.
And Scotty Z70, he says, 10 a.m. I get another hour to sleep, he says. Well, thanks for being here, Scotty. We appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. And ECR's in the house. Welcome, ECR.
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
And it says, good morning, everyone. It's so good to have CBM back, baby. Love you, Hot Rod.
You are the man, ECR. I think we're going to, well, I don't know if you put the words in for your song of the week yet. I'm looking down through. If not, we can do it next week. Get back on track. That's my fault. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Sorry about that, Mike. I didn't put the words in this morning. I'm sorry. Oh. And I Am One of Us is here. Hi, I Am One of Us. Great to have you back.
Welcome.
He says, hello, everyone. Good morning, Rod and Shannon. I'm glad to see you back. Well, thank you so much. It's great to be back. So it seems like a year, like Shannon said, seems like a year since we've been doing this. So, oh.
And Geeky Puppet Show's in the house. Welcome.
Hey.
And they say there is no Miranda this morning. Her internet is still out. She doesn't know when it will be back on. Well, we hate to hear that. And gets that fixed very soon.
Okay. We've got our first emergency. I'm going to put you up big screen, and if you want to show some books, I forgot where my power supply is for the thing. So it's not plugged in. I just got a notification saying, hey, you're running out of juice. You better plug it in. So I'm going to put you up.
Okay.
Sorry.
Didn't have a lot of stuff. I got some stuff coming in, but I've been getting back into the new DC stuff, the DC All In, and some of the Absolute books. Just because it's with me with new stuff, it's kind of like, okay, it interests me for a while, and then I'll kind of quit, and then I'll dip my toe back in the water. And I'm kind of really liking what DC has put out. Marvel, I've not really looked at Marvel in years, but I have got some books coming. But anyway, I get my new stuff through a subscription service, so you have to pre-order like a couple months ahead of time, but you get 40% off, and you know how expensive new comics are. So most of this stuff is like 40%. Sometimes you get 50% off, depending on what it is. You get freebies. You get the Marvel previews. And here we got Marvel All-in-One Thing versus the Marvel Universe. It looks pretty exciting. There's a Predator kills the Marvel Universe. Man, we don't have any. People must not like the Marvel Universe. I don't know. But anyway, it just kind of gives synopses of upcoming issues. There's some Spider-Man stuff. Wolverine. There's probably half the book is dedicated to X-Men characters. I think I pre-ordered for next time. I think maybe a Spider-Man and a Hulk and a Captain America. Those are like my 3 favorite Marvel characters. Also got the DC Connect, the DC previews.
Sorry.
Having technical difficulties here. But anyway, showed like a lot of the new DC stuff. Got the new Hush storyline. Hush 2, I guess it's called. Written by Jeff Loeb and art and cover by Jim Lee and Scott Williams. Really liking the Absolute stuff. Absolute Batman especially. And really the Absolute Wonder Woman is really good. So good stuff there. On to some books now. I think I got turned on to this series. I'm going to have to get the earlier issues of Batman and Robin Year 1. This is number 7. Got a cool cover. And Absolute Flash, number 3. I get all used to. I would get them like once a month, but I think one reason why I stopped with new books every so often is like it becomes such a pile that I don't get it read, and then it gets shuttled off to the side, and it may or may not get put into the box, and I lose track. So I went to twice a month shipping on this. So every couple of weeks, I get a box of books. This is a really good storyline. This is all World's Finest, number 39. It's part of the We Are Yesterday. And it's this goes along with Justice League Unlimited. They've been fighting this group called Inferno, and then you find out they're really the Legion of Doom. So I guess Gorilla Grodd, and spoilers here, he's trying to assemble, the Legion of Doom to take over, kill the Justice League and take over the world. This is what Grodd does, right? But I guess most of the current Legion of Doom, they've either turned into good guys or they're not relevant anymore or something. So he actually goes back in the past and gets like the worst versions of like Luther and Joker and Black Manta and all those, and they're all going against the Justice League. It's kind of a time travel thing. So you got like a couple of versions of like Superman and Batman and some of the Justice League. So it's really harkens back to the I guess the Silver and Bronze Age crossover. So it's really, really good. And here's Batman 160, Part 2 of the Hush 2 storyline. Good stuff. With Loeb and Lee, can't miss. And here's Part 5 of We Are Yesterday with Justice League Unlimited. There you got some Legion of Doom on there. So I'm really enjoying that. And here we have Wonder Woman, Absolute Wonder Woman number 8. Really surprised about how much I like this one. And one of mine and Rod's favorite characters. I think this is the last issue of this miniseries, Metamorpho the Element Man.
Yes, Metamorpho.
I knew I was going to hear him when I said Metamorpho. If I say Metamorpho.
Coming to the big screen near you.
Going to the big screen in just a little over a month. And this is another mini-series. This is Mr. Terrific Year 1. Also going to be in the Superman movie, so I'm sure they're using a lot of this hype to sell some books. Absolute Superman number 8. Looks like they're really enjoying this version too. And Green Lantern, Absolute Green Lantern number 3. I'm probably going to not really continue this because it really didn't grab me, but the artwork's pretty good. This is a good little mini series. I need to get a couple of issues in between, but this is the last issue of Justice League: The Atom Project, where you have Ryan Choi and Ray Palmer and Captain Atom. You got all the Atoms in here, and this kind of goes along with We Are Yesterday storyline. So pretty good stuff. And my favorite book of this month, I got a variant cover. It was all the same, but this is a cover by Frank Cho. This is JSA number 8. I think they're fighting Wotan.
Wotan, yeah.
Got the old Golden Age, Silver Age look going on there.
Very nice. I like
good stuff. And here we have Flash 21. One of my favorite characters. I checked it out, but I don't know how I feel about it yet. Might have to get a couple more issues to get back into Flash.
I like the logo, though. I like that new logo.
It's really good, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And here's a new series dedicated to the summer of Superman. Here's Superman Unlimited number 1. Really, really good story. Kind of want to get back into the Superman books. And last of the new stuff is kind of like some old stuff. We have Our Army at War facsimile number 151. And who is the blazing enemy? We dare not show on the cover. Well, that would be Mr. Enemy. First appearance of Mr. Enemy Ace himself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the original will cost you a few bucks more than this, but I was
just a couple.
Got the great Joe Kubert cover there going on, so glad to have that one. And a few back issues. These come in like the last couple of weeks. I think this might have been in the dollar, in the sale bin of the place I ordered from. But this is Beetle Bailey, Charlton Comics number 1, but it's a complimentary copy. So,
neat.
So I'm kind of wondering if Metarog's got this because he's all into the promotional comics.
Yeah,
probably does have it. This is an issue. I'm not a big Thor fan as far as the books, but I'm kind of getting into them. But I love this cover forever, and I finally found one at a decent price. There's Thor 160.
Oh, yeah.
Galactus got the great purple background.
Very nice.
Cheap.
Excellent.
And as a freebie in that order, I got Lois Lane number 60. So win-win.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, this was loved. You got the subscription crease going on here. Oh, look, Lois and Lana are at it again. And of the eBay stuff, this is actually my favorite. Of course, we all know about the passing of our good friend Rob Brown, Reb. And like I said, I was looking back through some Facebook messages we had, and he actually sent me a picture of his first published work. So I hunted it down and I found it, and it's from Caliber Press. It's Caliber Presents Sepulture Opus. And this is Rob's first published work. Try to find some of his stuff here. And this is from 1993. Here's some of Rob's work, first published.
Very, very cool.
Lots of great detail. Had to have this one. Here's a lot of Moody stuff. But I was really happy to get this one. So if you're looking for Rob's first work, and I think they got like a little depiction of him back then. I don't know if he did that or somebody else. Yeah, this is a Sepulture Opus from Caliber Comics, 1993. So anybody that's interested in hunting that down, not going to cost you a lot of bucks, but if you're a fan of Rob's and a friend of Rob's, definitely worth having in your collection.
Very cool.
Okay. So we got.
All righty. We'll go back here together again.
Have you got juice now?
Yes, I did. I had to go upstairs because I had taken it. I forgot that I took the power supply for this one when I was going to the hospital. So I plugged in my my computer, but I never got to even do that. But I had it still in the bag up there. So it's pretty bad when you got to go to a go bag for the hospital.
Hey, that's what you call being prepared, man.
I'm just telling you, man. All right, let's see what's going on with the Peanut Gallery once again. We got the Geeky Puppet Show says there is no Maranya this morning. Her internet is still out. She doesn't know when it will be back on. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, man. Hopefully. Well, Jackson Roykirk knows what that's like, right? So he can give her points on what to do. Oh, well, thank you for that info, Geeky.
And Scotty says, where is it out to? We don't know.
And Scotty also says, woo, got the last 3 cinder blocks out of my dad's old room. Okay.
That's
Exactly.
like
Yeah, it sounds like it. Hey, we got Eric K is with us.
Welcome,
dude.
Eric.
How you doing, Eric? Great to have you with us, man.
Good deal.
And Scotty says, did it start? My screen says waiting. We started.
And Higgy Pop's in the house. Hey, Higgy. Says, hey there,
Higgy,
Peanut
how you
Gallery.
doing?
Hey, glad to see you, buddy.
I loved his. I saw his little travel log like thing where they were in Newport with Hawk Girl and Hawk Baby. It was pretty cool.
Good stuff.
Entertaining as always. And the Jackson Roykirk, he says, hello, memory folks.
And hello to you, Jackson. Glad to see you.
Yes, sir. Great to have you with us again, Jackson. Thank you so much, man, for hanging out with us.
And RDV is here, so I like the background.
Yeah, that was one of the few upgrade things that they put down there. I still ain't figured out, but I said, well, I'll throw that one on there, see what something different. So Iggy Pop says, hello, Hot Rod and Shannon the Bass Cannon.
And hello to you, sir.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Yeah, Werewolf by Lunchtime's in the house. He says, "Howdy, guys."
How you doing, Werewolf? Great to have
And
you
a
with
big howdy to you.
And Michael Taylor is with us once again. Hey, Michael.
Welcome, Michael.
He says, good morning, Rod, Shannon, and fellow chatters. Great to have my favorite part of Saturday back. Well, thank you so much for the kind words, Michael. We appreciate that.
We surely do.
And it's great to be back.
And ECR says, Shannon, I thought you were going to be out. Awesome to see you, baby. No, I'm here.
He is here back.
Yeah, I think Joe, Crazy Hungarian, sent the link to his stream last night, and I said I probably wouldn't be able to make that because I had a music gig. So that might have been what Mike was thinking about.
Ah, okay. Cool beans. The Jackson Roy Kirk says, Hobbs!
And Tempest and Mars in the house.
Hey, Tempest, how you doing? Great to have you with us, my friend.
As always, and he says, afternoon all.
Good afternoon. Hope everything's going well down there. Or, I mean, not down there. Over there.
Somewhere.
And
Werewolf says, Jackson.
And Michael Taylor says, how are you? Says Michael Taylor to Werewolf.
And Scotty says, aha, now it started.
There we go. Well, by lunchtime says, hey, Michael, hope you are well.
And Scotty said, my favorite streaming service is the river that flows into the ocean.
Well, that's nothing wrong with that, Scotty. The Jackson Roy Kirk says, I've heard other people saying how much StreamYard had changed. Yeah, they really, I was surprised because I haven't gone into it in like I said, like 3 weeks. And then it was like, whoa, what's going on here? So I'm still trying to fumble through it. So I apologize for some of my screw ups today.
And RDV says, set up a Ko-Fi for donation to help pay for the StreamYard.
Oh. And Dale Butts, how you doing?
Welcome, cuz.
Great to have you with us once again. Hope everything's going well. He says, good to see you boys back. Can't stick around, have a hike to conquer with the lovely bride. Good to see all as well. Awesome. Well, have fun on the hike.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing I could never do. I never had the stamina for hiking. I just couldn't do it. I tried. I did.
And Michael Taylor says, I'm good, Werewolf. And you?
Werewolf says, very well. Cheers, mate, with the big thumbs up.
And RDV says, or you can use my StreamYard. I have the paid version. I can always help run things.
Well, thank you very much for that offer, RDV. I will keep that in mind. So thank you very, very much. And Jason, how you doing, Jason?
Hey, welcome, Jason. Good to see you.
He says, good morning, Rod, Shannon, Lady M, and everyone else in the Peanut Gallery. Great to have you with us. Jason, I will be contacting you later on this afternoon about the project I'm working on for you. So he's having me look up some comics that I think it was I think he said his mother found. So he's just looking to get some prices on stuff. So just helping him out there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. He's got, and some of them are nice, really good books too. So
cool deal.
Yeah, so I will be in touch with you, Jason.
And Jackson says, don't let the frog run things. You'll get warts.
Uh-oh. RDV says, I finally watched a clip with Easy Rider. Never knew it was Morgan Freeman. So crazy, see him so young.
Easy Reader. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what he meant.
Oh. Did I read it wrong?
No, he said easy.
Okay, but yeah, okay.
Probably just a typo. Yeah.
Yep. On the electric company?
Right.
Yeah.
Scotty says, sounds like the spinner racks are setting a trap, drawing him farther and farther from home.
And Jason says, another day, and Wally is still the best Flash. Curse you, Jason.
I like Wally, but sorry.
I like Wally, but Barry's my man.
Yeah.
Barry's my flag.
Well, I got to kind of say Barry and Jay equally.
Barry, well, yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Jay Garrick.
RDV says, Jackson, I only give you the warts. It's only give you the warts. It's a defense mechanism.
Well, you can feel the love.
Yeah.
There's the L.
Oh. And Scotty says, wait, people didn't do what they were supposed to do back in the day? My illusion is shattered, he says.
And Michael says, hi, Jackson. Since Mariah is not here, do you want me to do the line or are you going to do it?
Michael thinking ahead. I haven't even thought that far ahead. So he says here.
And Warble says, Jackson's been doing lines all day, Michael. I think it's your turn.
RDV says, my mom used to read comic books in the library. This was late 60s. You couldn't take them home. You had to read them at the library. I don't remember any of our libraries having comics in them. I don't remember ever seeing that.
No, I don't either. I don't remember that at all.
No. I wish they had.
Comics were everywhere else. I mean, all the mom and pop stores, gas station, barbershop. Which reminds me, if you guys haven't had a chance to look at Time Travel Comics and Captain Strangelife's latest videos, they had went to a little swap meet. It was inside of a barber shop. So they had like the old time barber's chairs, but you had like comic books in the top, and in the basement there was like a bunch of comic books. They were having pizza and beer and, just having a big time. So it looked like a lot of fun.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen that. When did they put that one out?
I think it's recently. I'm going back and I'm trying to catch up, so it might not be as recent as I think. But, I know Time Travel has one up called Swap Meet. That's part of the title, so you can go back and check that out. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to put that on the list. Cool beans. Thank you.
And Jackson says, you do it, Michael. I'm running around the house while I have this on TV.
All righty. And Jason Nutter, he says, we all miss mom and pop stores. Yes, we do, Jason.
Man, you just don't know. You just don't know. And Michael's having a laugh at Werewolf.
And Jackson says, you know it, Jason Nutter.
The world says, you can run, Jackson.
Michael Taylor says, okay, Jackson, thanks. All righty.
And he says, too many ex-wives trying to catch me keeps me in shape. That can be a problem.
Yes, sir, Bob. And Mike, Werewolf by Lunchtime says, just give back their underwear, Jackson.
And just like that, it's devolved.
Yeah. Oh.
Tom McGreevy says, no song this week. Didn't want to ruin the return with a goofy song.
Oh,
hey,
no.
We love the songs, man.
That's a big part of the show, man. So don't ever feel that way. We're goofy with or without a song. So, I mean.
As long as you're here, man.
That's right. The Jackson Roykirk says, Hobbs, you've been talking to them? Hey, Michael Taylor, he looks like he's putting down a line. Time to show some more comics. What do you think?
Show some books.
All right. Let's see. What do I want? I think I'll start off similar to the way you did. I got a stack of stuff that I picked up recently, including some modern new books, some books that I found upstairs in a bag that I remember. I remember once I saw them, but I totally forgot that I had them up there. So that was like Christmas morning, one of those situations.
Oh, look what I've got that I've had.
Yeah. It's like, oh wow, that's cool. I didn't remember having that, but yes, I do. All right, let's start with the modern books. I picked up Well, I was going to say it's as close as I'll ever get to one, but I did have a copy of this, but it was beat up like a doormat. So, Fantastic Four number 5. Oh, all right. Here we go. So, yeah, mine was like, oh, man. It was held together by bubblegum and memory. That was it. So, but it's always cool to get those facsimiles. I really, really enjoy those.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love them. I think I got the first, I think I got one of the first appearance of Crypto coming in.
Oh, cool beans. We got, this was one that I just saw and it just looked intriguing. It's put out by Mad Cave and it says it's called Whatever Happened to Crimson Justice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was just something different and it caught my eye and I said, oh, I'll give it. I'm always looking for a good read, either, from the big ones or the independents. So, and the artwork is pretty good in here, actually. I have not read it yet, so I do not know about the story, but the artwork, let's see. The creative team is, the writer is Frank Thierry, and the artist is, hope I can pronounce this right, Inaki Miranda. So, I don't know if anybody's familiar with those folks, but it introduces some other characters in there and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, it looks like a fun read. So I figured, why not give it a shot? So,
sucker for the team books, huh?
That's it. And then I'm picking these up because I think in the original run, I missed a couple of issues, and I don't know which ones they were, and I haven't pulled the box out to go through and bother to find out. I know they're doing a new Hush series theme storyline in Batman.
Yeah,
and this was from the original Hush one.
Nice.
Yeah, this is Batman number 617, basically facsimile or a reprint. So
yeah, got all those back in the day. That was a great story.
Yeah, it was a tremendous story. That was probably the last Batman story that I was really into. Yeah. So that tells you how long ago. Batman is not typically on my pull lists or anything like that when I have them, but that story was really, really awesome. All the twists and turns.
Oh yeah, have you seen the animated version of that?
No, I didn't. Do I? I don't have that one. No, I don't.
Yeah, it's been out a few years. It's pretty good. A little bit different from the comic story, but it's okay.
I gotta hunt that down now. And you showed this one earlier, The World's Finest.
Oh yeah,
continues to be a very good read.
It is,
and of course. Can't go without getting Space Ghost. Number 12.
Nice.
So, really enjoying it. And then, of course, I got to pick up my Hulk, and it's Hulk versus Thor. Put that away there.
Can't go wrong with that.
No, sir. So almost not quite an homage to what was it? The Avengers Defenders War. What was it? Defenders 10.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, so there's the new ones. These are some things that I told you I found in a bag upstairs, and I'm like, what the devil?
Oh,
Superman nice. Book and record.
Wow, it's a nice little find, huh?
Yeah. It's all intact, all in really good shape. Got the record in there. The record looks to be pretty good. No scratches that I can see on it. So, and another book and record.
Oh, yeah, that's one that I really want.
Well, what does it say? Night of the Laughing Dead.
He who knows fear burns at the man things.
So yeah, this one I had forgotten about. I didn't remember getting this. I remember where I got these books. I got these books at an indoor flea market over. It's about 20 minutes away in Rochester. So, Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, number 21.
Oh, nice.
So, and then I picked up a better condition upgrade of Captain America 107.
Also very nice.
Yeah, mine's got some rips and tears, and so Ghost Rider number 12.
Nice.
So the Phantom Eagle. I think this is like his second appearance or something. And then I think he was first in Marvel Superheroes, I think.
Yeah.
The Square Bound.
Oh, yeah, that's the one Herb Trippy came up with. Yeah, I remember that character.
And then the last one that was in the bag was this one here. We'll see if you guys can all guess why I bought this, because this is probably the only one of this series I have in my collection, and it's Marvel Comics and the Electric Company. Spidey Super Stories.
Yeah, I don't have any clue why you would buy that one.
Yeah. Oh, all righty. So those were all upstairs in a bag that I found. All right. Now we got some other stuff here. I'm gonna do it this way. So let's see. Another character, a favorite character of yours and mine, one of those obscure characters, Ragman.
Oh, yeah.
Nice copy of number 1 there. And I picked up number 2.
Those upgrades, or did you the first time you had those?
I remember having some of them. Like this one I remember having. I don't remember having number 1.
Yeah.
But I remember having this one. And I looked in my inventory and it said I still have it, but where it is, I have no idea. But I bought it anyway because this is a nice copy. It's probably better than mine because mine would have been off the rack and probably well loved.
Oh, yeah.
And number 3.
Oh, yeah. That was one of my favorite stories with the little blind kid. Yeah.
Yeah. See no evil.
Yeah, that was one of my, well, anything with the Kuberts got anything to do with,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong when you got Kubert art there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we got. What's that?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think that was co-created with him and Robert Kanigher.
Yeah.
Maybe, or Kanigher, as some people say.
Yeah, it's like, how do you pronounce it?
How do you pronounce that name? There's.
Well, we got one of our favorites, a DC 100-page super spectacular.
There we go.
And this is DC-21 in that series.
Yeah, I think the next issue is the last one, DC 22.
Is that the white covered one?
No, that's a Flash book. Yeah.
And then I picked up. This is the last of those giants from the Batman series, 262.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I call one of the lost DC giants from 75 and 76. Seemed like almost every title had like one of those giants. It wasn't a 100-pager, wasn't an 80-pager, but it was like, okay, they threw one book in. It was like a square-bound 68-page.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that one.
I've been wanting to get this one for a while. It's been on my want list, so finally was able to pick one of those up. Sticking with the Batman theme, I picked up Batman Family number 7. Slowly gaining these.
Who says Rod doesn't like Batman?
Can't go wrong with the silver and the Bronze Age, baby.
Oh yeah, and special appearance by Dr. Double X.
That's it. And then we got Aquaman number 58.
Oh yeah, The Fisherman.
Yes, sir.
You got a little Jim Apparel on Aquaman.
Oh, man. Great stuff. Great stuff. This one here is I bought as part of the bicentennial stuff. I did not have this one. It is Action Comics number 461, and it's autographed by Greg P.
Oh, Greg P. I know him well. Yeah.
He's got a pedigree.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to get all of the DC titles that have the bicentennial slowly, so I can get my belt buckle dog on it.
Yeah, that's a worthy quest.
All right, what else we got here? Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I get all the ones there. Okay. And I got, I should have put this one in before, but another facsimile. This is as close as I will get to this book. Justice League, number 1.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Love it. All right. Then I got back into picking up some more of the Man-Thing. This is number 10.
Nice.
And then number 11. And number 13. So
You just gotta love the Bronze Age.
yeah, slowly gaining on the Man-Thing completion. All right, let's see what else we got here. Got another Ragman. This is number 4.
Oh, it's a nice cover.
Yeah, I like the way the red and the green pop. Very nice. Super Team Family Giant number 7. This is an upgrade because the 2 copies that I have, they both have something wrong with them. The first one is my off the rack, and it's well loved. So I finally got a really nice copy. Teen Titans, Doom Patrol, can't go wrong.
Nice.
Another bicentennial book from DC, Karate Kid number 3.
There we go. I remember when that book came out, I was a big Legion of Superheroes fan. I was like, out of all the heroes, why did they give Karate Kid his own book? You know. But then I started getting it, and I really loved it. So, yeah, it's one of my favorite short series.
And World's Finest. We got a little go back in time for some World's Finest, number 152.
Nice.
Dun, dun, dun.
Good stuff.
And then, let's see. Strange Adventures, number 173.
There we go. It's always nice to have a green alien gorilla on the cover.
And then I picked this one up. Daring Comics, number 8. Daring Adventure Comics by number 18 by Super Comics. By Super Comics.
Nice.
Yeah. Another little superhero guy that never heard of. I guess his name is Atlas. I haven't read this one yet either. But Super Comics had a weird array of books that they put out.
Oh, yeah. Fun stuff, though.
Yes, sir. Doll Man and stuff like that. Very, very cool. And the last book in this group, I never seen one before. Not something that is normal for me to collect, but it was just one of those oddball things I saw I couldn't pass it up. So this is Cosmo, number 6. Cosmo, the Merry Martian.
From Archie.
Number 6.
Nice.
This is the last issue of this run. And it was on sale August 13th, 1959.
Nice.
So just one of those quirky little things, and it's like, oh man, that's been pretty neat. I'd like to find out about the character. Let's see. So there we go. Where did I go? Uh-oh. Where did I go?
I don't know.
Holy mackerel. Okay. Well, I'm going to put you on, and then I'm going to come back in.
Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to get reorganized again. So some of these books, I got like 4 or 5 piles of stuff here. So some of these books I might have shown before recently. So if I have, I apologize. But just a little bit of everything here. Here is like issue 3 of 6 of a limited series from 2021, The Crime Syndicate. I know Rod's a big fan of the Crime Syndicate also. But yeah, just some newer stuff. And this one is World's Finest, Our Worlds at War, #1, Requiem. Has a lot of great artists. I think this was like after the all the Worlds at War stuff, which I was a big fan of all that back in the day. How long ago was that? I don't know. But anyway.
There we go.
And we're going back to some Bronze Age stuff.
Oh, it kicked me off again? What is going on with my camera?
Got some Johnny Thunder going on there, the 3rd and last issue of that series. Some great Alex Toth artwork.
Very nice.
And we got DC Comics Presents Mystery in Space #1. This came out probably about 20 years ago. Got our boy Adam Strange on the cover. I think these were new stories. That might actually be like an Alex Ross cover. I'm not sure. We got Adventure Comics #401, the Supergirl.
Nice.
Brave and Bold #89 with Batman and the Phantom Stranger. Great Neil Adams cover. Got a DC Digest #64, The Legion of Superheroes. Closing in. I think I'm probably 5 or 6 issues away from having all the DC Digests from the Bronze Age.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. This is Best of DC Blue Ribbon Digest #64.
Doggone it. Now, I lost some of the comments when I went out and came back in. So I apologize to those of you who are going to have some of your comments gone. I don't know why.
It's been a while since we've been on here, huh?
Well, I mean, I've done that before where I've gone off and come back on and I haven't had a problem with the chat. But this, I just noticed I went all the way to the top of the chat to try to find where, Michael put the line, and I can't find it because it's gone. The whole upper half of the things are gone.
Gotta love technology. Here we got some Archie type stuff from DC. This is Debbie's Dates #1.
Oh, neat.
One of my favorite Archie artists, Mr. Sam Schwartz, on the cover. He was real famous for doing a lot of the Jughead stuff. And Adventure Comics #457. Get Off This Planet, Superboy. He's always having to leave town, being ridden out on a rail or having cakes and rocks thrown at him. It's just
you just don't want him around.
Yeah, no wonder he went to Metropolis. Man, that would suck.
Got a nice Eclipso story in the background too.
It does, yeah. A new Eclipso mini epic. It got me curious. It's been a while since I read that. We'll see who was doing the creative chores on the Eclipso story. I think the cover is by Al Milgrom. It's a pretty good cover. And we have Joe Staton and Jack Abel on the art. Big Joe Staton fan. Let's see who did Eclipso. Just because, Oh, and who could forget the Daily Planet? Very cool. Okay, we got some Eclipso. Len Wein was the writer, Joe Orlando, and Frank Giacoya on the art.
Oh, nice.
You gotta love Eclipso. Well, you don't have to, but hey, why wouldn't you? Well, pretty good stuff there. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. I just got a little curious. I haven't read a lot of this stuff in a while. And here we have a Blackest Night crossover. This is Adventure Comics number 547, also number 4. They kind of did this like the Marvel did the Legacy numbering. Are they still doing that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Anyway, Blackest Night Adventure Comics 547 and number 4 from 2010. You got Superboy Prime there. One of those characters you love to hate. Sort of like Guy Gardner. And Jones, you got Jerry Ordway and Bob Wycheck on the art. Got a second feature with the Legion. There's some more Bronze Age Superboy from Adventure Comics 455. And Superboy's getting the business again. Your lead suit can't save you. Your kryptonite hometown will kill you anyway. So apparently, Luthor turned the whole town into kryptonite people, and even Superboy's lead suit cannot save him. Man, it's tough being a Superboy.
Yeah, it is.
And here we have Adventure Comics 454 with more Superboy and the Kryptonite Kid. And with extra new Aqualad mini epic. I'm curious. Again, I'm just going to look. Maybe we'll just have a whole segment dedicated to, hey, I'm curious.
That's it.
But there's another Milgram and Abel cover. Juan Ortiz pencils Superboy, and everybody's favorite Vince Coletta on the inks. All right, who did the Aqualad? Oh, look at this. CBS Saturdays. Remember these cartoons?
Oh,
Look at that.
very nice.
Yeah. Wow, Bugs Bunny Roadrunner Hour. That was like one of the main ones. You got Mr. Magoo. The Skate Birds. I don't remember that. Wonder Wheels, Wolfer and Whimper. I do remember Space Academy. That was a good little show.
Yeah.
Batman, Robin, Tarzan, Isis, Wacko. I barely remember that. Fat Albert and Cosby Kids. And special added bonus, all the art in this was done by Mr. Neil Adams.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So, all right. Who we got here? We got Paul Kupperberg on the script, and art is by Carl Potts and Dick Giordano. So some nice art on Aqualad here. Look at that. Gotta love the Bronze Age.
Yes, sir.
Rod, if I'm boring you or boring anybody else, let me know.
Nah. How can we be bored looking at comics?
Here we got Star Hunters number 2, one of my favorite series. I remember a while back in the dollar box, I found like almost a complete run of this for $1 a piece, which I already had it. But, you know, if you can get them for $1 a piece in like very fine, near mint condition, I think they had 2 through 7, which I already had a couple number 1s. But this is a cool series. Got a lot of great art. Rich Buckler and Bob Layton on that cover.
Cool beans.
Superboy and the Legion 4.
Ah, yes.
Nick Cardy cover. I know it's got Mike Grell on the interiors. There's one for Dr. Von Chilla. Gil Kane Lives, Superman 387.
Oh.
And World's Finest 267. More Buckler and Dick Giordano on the cover.
Oh, yeah, with the challengers. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good story. More of the Star Hunters. There's number 5. Number 3. I always like this character's name, Donovan Flint. And Star Hunters number 4. More Buckler and Layton on the cover. Yeah, like I say, these can be had for a song. If you like sci-fi, if you like good story and good art, and Bronze Age, this is for you. And we got World's Finest, number 262, $1 comic. Ross Sandu and Dick Jordan on the cover. And you can tell what made me want to buy this one.
Yeah.
Adam Strange and Hawkman. There you go, Higgy.
Yeah.
And one more this round. There's World's Finest number 276. Fighting the aforementioned Dr. Double X. And this, my friends, is a George Perez cover. Look at the detail in that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okie dokie.
Back to you.
Here we go. All right. Like I said, I apologize for the lost comments, but we're going to pick up with the first comment I have showing, and it is the Geeky Puppet Show.
Hey, it says smash the like button and subscribe. Thank you. We appreciate that. And Werewolf says, I have an Australian Charger, Rob, but it might flip you upside down.
Oh, I don't know what keeps happening with my thing here. There we go. Oh. I don't know. This is whacked. I don't know why it's acting up. Let's see.
And Jason says, Rod, we want you to sing it over there. Over there.
Over there.
Got what
That's as it gets over here.
Yeah. Jason Nutter says, Scotty, you have to repeat the swimsuit, even if not like. And Worrell says, you must have mown a few lawns to afford those trades, Jackson. And Jason Nutter gives respect. And Jackson says, and I collect Coke bottles too. A lot of people collect Coke memorabilia.
Yeah, we just bought some new Coke, looks like Coke memorabilia, like napkin holder and stuff. It's pretty neat.
And Michael says, very cool, Dale. Enjoy your hike. And Warwick's got a big smile. And the Geek Puppet Show says, my brain on no sleep, easy rider when I meant easy reader. Yeah, we got you, buddy. And Jason Hunter says, message anytime, Rod.
Will do, Jason, will do.
And the Jackson Roy Kirk says, I had to give up the paper route. The neighborhood dogs run faster than I can pedal. Yeah, I kind of know about that in a way, because when I was a teenager, I kind of worked a couple of summers with my uncle on the garbage route. So, yeah, I know all about the dogs. And Worrell says, I told you to get rid of the unicycle, get a proper bike. And Scotty says, you young whippersnappers, Jay's the real Flash.
Oh,
there we are. And Jason says, Scotty, can we get a Flash's ranking? I think we just did. And he says, my library never had comic books, but did have the hardback books with Superman and the black and white strips collected and etc.
Cool beans.
And Jackson says, but I need the unicycle for my circus act. And Jason, I guess he's ranking here. Wally J. Barry, then any other. And Worrell says, just don't ride it while using your stilts.
There you go.
And Scotty says, the closest thing to mom and pop stores here are thrift stores, antique stores, and the Beach Mart.
Oh, cool. Still good places to go.
And we've got the comic collector in the house.
Hey, Double C, how you doing?
Hey, Tim, good to see you. He's saying, what's up? Glad to have you here.
Yeah, great to be back. Great to have you with us in the peanut gallery today.
And Jackson Worker says, more modern books talk about this show devolving.
Oh. Oh.
And Scotty says, I've been getting the foil Fantastic Four facsimiles.
For me, I can't see the cover as good with the foil ones for some reason. They seem like they're darker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're nice, but I would rather have like the ones that look like the original myself, you know.
Yeah.
Each his own.
Yeah.
And Jason says, and those stores are awesome, Scotty. Find a weird mix of stuff at those stores and indoor flea markets. Yep. Dr. Bonchilla.
Hey!
Welcome, John. Howdy, y'all. Today isn't Friday. Sure feels like it.
Yeah. I got you there. Great to have you with us, John. Thank you so much for joining us again.
And Worrell says, fantastic $4.99. Ouch. I guess it's better than trying to get the original for probably $499. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And Jack says, Mad Cave has been making some waves with their titles over the last year. I'll have to check those out. And Geek Puppet Show says, I forgot to mention, I'm 1 year closer to being a fossil. I'm 40 years old today. I'm celebrating my birthday by taking a nap, followed by cake and pizza later today. Rod, did you throw that on there?
No, not me. But that sounds like a perfect day right there. Perfect birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. And Michael Tuss says, hi, John. Good to see you. And Jason Utter says, happy birthday, Geeky. ECR says, happy birthday. And Jason says, get pizza with Rod. I'm sure Rod wouldn't argue.
Yeah, I'm going to be having a bit of pizza today, hopefully.
And Dr. V says, happy birthday. Just wait. And Scotty says, happy 40th. Welcome to the Over the Hill gang.
Yeah.
And Jackson says, happy birthday, you tadpole. And Worrell says, happy birthday, dude. And Great Gippy's Ghost is in the house.
Gippy's Ghost. Oh, my gosh.
Great to see you, buddy. What's going on, Todd?
How you doing, man?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Been a while, brother. Hope everything's going well with you, sir.
Yeah, I noticed he's on Facebook. He's been posting a lot of his artwork, man. Some really nice stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Glad you're here, Todd.
Yeah.
And Geeky Puppet Show says, Rod, check out Batman Dark Pattern by Dan Waters. You'll like it. It's an ongoing detective series in the style of the 90s Legend of the Dark Knight series. Yep.
Oh, thank you for the recommendation. I'll have to jot that down and hunt it down. Thank you very much.
And Dr. V saying howdy to Michael. And Jeff's in the house, comic book curator.
How you doing, Jeff?
Welcome, sir. The Lone Ranger and Tano rides again. Glad y'all are back. Hello, everyone will be listening and driving, and we'll watch later today. Well, we appreciate you being here, Jeff.
Yes,
be careful on your travels.
Always great to see you in the peanut gallery, Jeff.
Oh, yeah. And Jack says, wow, never saw the Man Thing book and record. Yeah, that's one that's definitely on my list. And the Geeky Puppet Show says, thanks for the birthday wishes. My back hurts a little more with each happy birthday comment. You ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah. And Great Gippy's Ghost says, happy birthday, brother. Jackson says, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. And Dr. Ron Chill says, Night of the Laughing Dead is a classic Bronze Age Man Thing.
Yes. Yes, sirree.
And Geeky says, Jackson, I never liked you. Jackson's having himself a laugh. And we have
Hey, we're going to give you a break. Oh.
Much appreciated.
All righty. Thank you, Michael, for providing the line and keeping me straight. Now, the question is, can I get my camera to stay on long enough for me to show books? I don't know what is going on with this thing today. I can't. It won't even take either one of my cameras. So hold on. Let me come back. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. I guess it's me. So I'll show some books. Got another little stack here. Jonah Hex, number 11. With the Buckler and Giordano cover. Some Bronze Age Wonder Woman, number 266. Looks like another Ross Andrew and Dick Giordano cover. And you got an extra bonus episode of Wonder Girl. Here's a classic issue, Teen Titans number 21. Speedy and Wonder Girl and Hawk. Oh, the drama. Fun stuff, though. And got some Unknown Soldier, number 256. Great Joe Kubert cover. And got an extra feature, Captain Fear, one of my favorite, I guess, CD or E-list characters. If anybody remembers the old Adventure Comics anthology that ran for like 3 issues, I think it was 425 through 427. There's our partner back.
Yeah, we're back. I'm trying to. There we go. Hey, I didn't lose anything that time.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yeah, and anybody's interested, the Captain Fear feature, I think that's drawn by Walt Simonson. So Kubert and Simonson all in the same book.
Oh, very
All
nice.
right, man.
All right, let's see. Let's see how long we can go here. All right, I brought out some little Silver Age showcase and some later showcase. Start with showcase number 71, featuring the Maniacs.
The Maniacs.
I think they were supposed to be some kind of like a, I don't know if it was the Monkees or the Beatles or.
I think that was the inspiration for it. They were doing their own little comic version of the Monkees.
Got Woody Allen there, though.
There you go.
And then we got Top Gun with issue number 72.
There we go.
A little Western action.
Johnny Thunder.
Yep. Johnny Thunder and the Trigger Twins. And liked it so much, I got another one. Here's another favorite character of ours. Number 73. The Creeper.
Yeah, that was back in the 90s when I had a little bit more expendable income. I went back and tried to get a lot of the keys, and that was one of my first ones right there.
Little Ditko. Yeah. Great character. There we go with number 74 with Anthro.
Anthro, yeah.
Could it be you?
You gotta love those jungle caveman characters.
And then to finish off this little showcase bit, this is number 75 with Hawk and the Dove.
And that
first appearance.
And it's not getting any cheaper.
Yeah, I bet. None of these ones I think are getting any cheaper. And then let's see. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. After they appeared there, shortly thereafter, they went into their own book. This is Hawk and Dove number 1. I think they might have appeared in Teen Titans somewhere, I think.
Yeah, there was a few issues. I just showed one.
Yeah. So there's number 1. Here's number 2.
Yeah. I think I have all those now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's only 6, 7, I think.
Seems like there's 5 or 6. I'm not
6,
sure.
yeah, 6. Here's number 3. And number 4, I like this cover. Number 4.
Oh yeah. I always like when they show some stuff going on in the foreground, and then you kind of peer through there and you see all the action.
And this is another great cover. Number 5.
Oh yeah. Gil Kane.
And the final issue of that first run, number 6.
There we go.
And because it was Gil Kane, why don't we play this?
Gil Kane, Gil Kane, the man, the myth, the legend. He drew the heroes we all know, and too soon he had to go. Now he's revered by any other name.
There we go, a little Gil Kane appreciation.
Good stuff.
All right, then I've got continuing with Hawk and the Dove. This is a 5-issue miniseries they put out in 1988. Here's issue number 1. They introduce the female dove. Here's number 2, doing the Metarog.
That's some Rob Liefeld's early art.
Here's number 3. And number 4. And the final issue, number 5.
Nice.
And then they went on to have their own series. Here's the first issue of that. And it looks like I got the second issue in there as well.
Still doing the Metarog.
That's it. Still doing the Metarog. Almost doing the damaging here. There we go. So, all righty. Okay. And let's get back together. There we go. And I lost my marker. There it is right there. Thank you once again, Michael. Appreciate that. And we got Dr. Von Chilla saying Ghost Rider 12. Gil Kane lives. Yes, sirree, Bob. Geeky Puppet Show says Spidey super stories are like crack to me. So many new Spidey stories that I never read. I was always bummed though that he never said anything on the Electric Company.
Yeah,
He never talked.
He never said anything on the TV show either. Remember the Spider-Man TV show?
Yes,
That's not
Nicholas
Spider-Man.
Hammond. Yeah,
That is so weird.
Crazy Hungarian Joe, how you doing?
Welcome, Joe. Glad to see you.
Great to have you with us once again, my friend. He says, good morning, Rod and Shannon, and all you peanuts. And a good morning to you, sir. And Missing Mara, Double M, how you doing this morning?
Welcome, Double M.
He says, good morning, Rod, Shannon, and welcome back. Well, thank you so much, my friend.
We are happy to be back.
Yes, great to be back, indeed. The Jackson Rourke says, hey, Joe. And he also says, Double M. Crazy Hungarian says, good morning, Jackson. And Dr. Von Chilla says, I bought all the Ragman issues off the rack except number 1, which I don't remember seeing on the rack. Yeah, I don't remember seeing it either. I know I didn't have that one, but I think I did get all the rest. So
yeah, that's really weird because I think I had almost all of them except for maybe one, but I never saw number 1 on the rack. It seemed like I always came in on number 2 when the series came out, but I did get it, several years later. So
yeah. Michael Dale says, very cool Batman 262, fan of roller coaster covers. Oh, cool. Gigi Puppet Show says, Rod can like Batman. I like Batgirl in Batman family, he says. Nothing wrong with that, Gigi Puppet Show.
Yeah.
Scotty Z70 says, how can you buy Centennial? I see what you did there. Dr. Von Chilla says, a Greg P signature? Gasp. I know, that needs to go in double Mylar.
Right.
Excuse me. Werewolf on Lunchtime says, Rod, can you put all the boxes behind you in order during Shannon's turn? Thanks. Uh-oh. It must be driving somebody crazy with OCD or something.
Yeah, I think what they can't realize is like we can never have boxes in order because we have to keep pulling boxes out so we can do the show.
That's so true. So true indeed.
We are disorganized for you.
The Jackson Roy Kirk says, ha, I was thinking along the same lines, Hobbs. At one time, I did have them all in order, but that was a long time ago. Dr. Von Chilla says, Man-Thing 10 and 13, Gil Kane lives. Hint. We got you, Hint. We got you. And Jason Nutter says, wait, isn't Nightwing the coolest character in the Bat family?
That sounds like a debate in the coming.
I don't know. If I had to pick somebody in the Bat family who I like the most, I guess I would still go with Batman. So I don't know. Hey, Ranger Sly, our neighbor to the north. How you doing?
Welcome, sir. Glad to see you.
Great to have you with us once again. He says, Man-Thing, you make my heart sing. You make everything groovy. That's as good as it gets, Ranger. Missy Myers says, Jackson. Dr. Von Chilla says, Ranger with a big smile. And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I wonder what's in the in box number 1. What is box number 1? I don't even know where it is. There's 2. I think box number 1 is like Mystery in Space, Strange Adventures, and stuff like that. I believe is in that. My number 1.
Cool.
No. The Jackson Roykirk says, thank goodness everyone avoided the juvenile jokes about Rod getting a handle on his thing. Okay.
You just kind of hope against hope that nobody's going to jump on that stuff, but it always happens.
Yeah. Michael Taylor says, Rod, the Kane signal is in the sky. It certainly was, sir. Jason says, Jackson, leave her. Okay. Alrighty.
Moving on.
Yep. Mr. Myers, he's laughing too. And Easy Comic Reader saying, Peekaboo. Hey, how you doing, Easy?
They just can't help themselves.
Ranger Sly says, Shannon, agreed. Karate Kid was barely there in most Legion tales by this point, but then the Kung Fu craze hit and DC was scrambling to put out martial art comics. Thus, Karate Kid got his own title.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, and then you had Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. Then you had Richard Dragon, Kung Fu Fighter, and I was like, okay. But I loved all that Kung Fu stuff,
Yeah. Great Geepies Ghost says, Shannon, what's up, brother?
Glad to see you on here, buddy. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, awesome. Michael Taylor says, Rod, very nice books, especially the 2 Superman and Swamp Thing book and record. It's the Swamp Thing. Did they do a Swamp Thing book and record?
If they did, I want it.
Really? Yes, sirree. Thank you, Michael. And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, you wouldn't find me having ethical, maybe? Ethical issues? I don't know. I don't know. Michael Taylor says, Shannon, I like how Superman is drawn on that first modern book you showed.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And B. Jackson Roykirk says, that's crazy. I've never seen that Supergirl cover before last night, and now I've seen it twice in 12 hours, he says. Isn't that weird when you find something like that? It's like when you buy a new car. You never see any of the cars like yours until you buy yours, and then all of a sudden you notice them everywhere.
Right.
Dr. Von Chilla says, indeed, Michael. Great Gimpy's Ghost says, well then, hello again, Doc and Shannon. He's returning to visit again.
Yeah,
great to have you with us, Todd. Well, by lunchtime says, Jackson, you fell asleep and are watching the replay. Jason says, Michael, maybe typing the words, this is the line, Rod. Make it easier. Make it an easy find. I just get lost sometimes looking at my eyes are not the best. So I don't, you can put, Maranya puts a big whole thing on there, and sometimes I can't even see that. So no, I don't think it's anything on Michael's part. It's all my eyes, my dinosaur eyes. Dr. Monchilla says, over 50 years of collecting, and I've never seen that Debbie's Dates book.
And that's probably the only time you will see it on a YouTube stream. Hey, we're all about the esoteric and the eclectic here.
That's right. That is correct. Scotty says, did anyone ever make a Kryptonite Kid action figure? Not that I'm aware of.
I've never seen one.
No. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, sad to hear that Bob Wycheck lost his eyesight. Oh, wow. That is sad.
Didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that either. Oh, sad to hear. The Jackson Roykirk says, that's why a friend of mine loves Time Travel Comics channel. He opens up every book and shows the interior pages.
Yeah, Leo's got a great channel.
Yes, he does. And Michael Taylor says, great colors on that Superman 387.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
And Dr. Monchilla saying 387, Gil Kane lives.
And live he does.
And Michael putting down starting line. I don't know if is that counting the starting line, or is that what we want to put down? I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. You want to read some?
Yeah, I can do that.
All righty, here we go.
And Jason Nutter says, I've never heard of the Star Hunters. Did DC use any of them anymore? I have never seen them pop up anywhere. I mean, it might have been part of the multiverse we didn't know about, but I've never seen any of those characters. But I think there is one of those issues, I do believe, that like mentioned, remember the Starfire character, the Sword and Sorcery from the 70s? I think that, and maybe a couple other DC characters, they kind of hinted that they were all part of the same universe. I don't know if that was part of the DC universe, because I don't think any of the DC characters were in those books either. So that's a good question. They could have shown up somewhere, but I've not read every DC comic in the last 50 years, so kind of seems like it. Looking behind me, but yeah, that's a good point. I'm curious now. Does anybody know?
We want to know.
And Eric K says Star Hunters is a great short series. Shannon did a series of the week on it several years back. It's worth watching. I appreciate that, Eric. Yeah, it's a cool series. The art is great. I mean, if you're a sci-fi nut like myself and Rod and a lot of others on here, it's a fun, and like I say, it's easy on the wallet, very easy on the wallet. And Michael says, very cool book, Shannon. Thanks, sir. And Robert Harrison's in the house. Welcome, sir.
How you doing, Bob?
And he says, you got lots of time to get a heater for your basement before winter sets in.
This is like the first time I'm wearing just a t-shirt down here. It was like 90 the other day, and it was like, yes, bring it on.
And Dr. V saying, howdy, Robert. And Scotty says, darker, the foil covers reflect your face. Oh.
Maybe that's why I don't like them, because I don't want to see my face. I don't want to ruin the cover with my face.
And Higgy Pop says, hey there, Dr. Vonchilla. Dr. Vonchilla says, howdy, Higgy. And Great Gippy Joe says, I'm old, LOL. Well, welcome to the club, brother.
Yeah, you fit right in here, Gippy.
Ranger Sly says, howdy, Bob. And Todd says, thank you, and good seeing you guys. Hey, great to see you on here, man. Come back anytime, yeah.
Yeah, always great to see you, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope we'll see you again.
Appreciate you. And Jason Nutter says, wait, Rod is going to have pizza on a day there's wrestling pay-per-view. LOL.
Not just one pay-per-view, remember, Jason. Well, actually, it's one pay-per-view, but there are two big shows today, one right after the other. So,
oh, cool. And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, Legion of Super Pets. There was a Legion of Super Pets, yep.
That's it.
They were in a different universe than Legion of Peanut Pets. Hey, Lead Paint's in the house. Hey, Greg.
How you doing, Greg? Great to have you with us.
Great to see you. I think last Friday when I was on Joe's stream, I showed the great AOK that he sent me, that first Sea Devils appearance. So thank you once again, Greg.
Oh, cool beads.
And Werewolf. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm too quick on the trigger.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah, I did. That's what I have to do. I have to go out and turn it back on. I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. So.
And the professor's in the house, Eric Breen.
How you doing, Eric?
Nice. Hey, good to see you, Eric. Glad to see you back, Rod. I'm on a 9-person panel waiting to get a word in. We'll catch the replay. Okay. Glad you could stop in.
Yeah, I was talking with him last night. He's doing the Comic Aficionados show today, which is always fun. I like to see him when he's on there, but I feel bad for the poor guy because there's a lot of people on there, and sometimes it's hard to get a word in edgewise, and that's why he's saying that. So, but it's always good to see him in there and I always love to hear his insight on what's going on in the comic scene. So
yeah, he's got major comic knowledge, and that's an understatement.
Yes, sir. The professor. Great to see you, Eric.
And Higgy Pop says, love those classic Teen Titans. And oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been getting back in and trying to complete that series. And Jake says, Breen, that's a first. And Pop says, awesome. Love those showcases, Rod.
Oh, they got some great stuff in them, man. Some great stuff, some great first appearances and whatnot. Really is a really fun series to collect.
Oh, yeah. And Werewolf says, quick, show some comics, Rod, before Shannon runs out of books and starts showing his hamsters and sweaters. He's always giving me a shot. I don't know why. I've always been nice to the guy.
I don't know what
changed, you know.
Oh. Well, Lead Paint says you should marry them, Higgy.
And Michael Tell says, hi, Eric. What's that about?
Yeah, that's the Comic Aficionados show. If you guys want to check it out, and you should, it is a lot of fun. I can't remember the fella's name whose channel it's on, but look up Comic Aficionados if you can learn to spell that, because I have a hard time. So you guys are probably better spellers than I am. But he's on there a couple of times, maybe once or twice a month, I think. And but it's always fun to see him on there and get his take on things.
Nice.
So. And Dr. Von Chilla says, Hawk and Dove, Gil Kane lives. Yes, sir, Bob.
And Sleepy Readers in the house.
Hey, Damien.
Says, welcome all. Greetings all.
Greetings to you, sir. Hope everything's going well. Great to see you once again in the Peanut Gallery, my friend.
As always.
Michael Taylor says, Rod, the Kane signal is in the sky. Yes, sir. And Dr. Montilla, well, I'm just going to
take it.
Dr. Montilla says, howdy, Damien. There we go.
And Werewolf says, hey, Yanni Reader.
Yanni Reader. Jackson says, Sleepy.
And Sleepy says, Jackson, Wolfmeister, John, get them all in.
That's it. Michael Taylor says, Rod's doing the Metarog. That's right, doing the Metarog.
And later on, he's going to do an interpretive dance.
Oh, all righty. Sleepy Reader, he's laughing out loud.
And Michael Taylor says, very cool books, Rod.
Well, thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. And he's put down the line. So, whose turn is it? My turn or your turn?
Seems like it should be your turn. If it's not, go ahead.
Okie dokie. I got a stack of World's Finest. Yeah, we can show. How about that? And then at the end of this, I'll show some action figures I picked up recently. How about that?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, here we go. We starting out with World's Finest 218. I just grabbed a handful out the box. Nice cover like that. It's so nice. I liked it twice. Or maybe thrice. Oh, see, Shannon's not the only one that sells for multiple copy syndrome. And then we jump into some of my favorites right here, man. Just, you guys have heard me many times talk about how much I love these and how much Shannon loves them. Eric K, I know, is a big fan of them as well. The 100 pages for 60 cents. This is World's Finest number 223 with Dead Man.
That's the first World's Finest 100 pager right there.
And this was so big. Anytime you got when Dead Man would appear in it, for me it was a big issue.
Oh yeah,
because I really liked it.
I had to actually go back and get some of the earlier ones like it, because my first one was 226, and I know you know that one. That's one that guest stars Metamorpho.
Yes,
the
yes,
freak
sir.
that fails. I never will forget that story.
That's coming up. We got 224. And Superman being a bully. And number 225. This is the only one I did not get off the stands. And it took me a long time to be able to find this to get it, because it was back before eBay and whatnot.
Right.
But it took me a long time to get this issue.
Yeah, that was one of the ones in the house ads that I always wanted.
I always wondered what would make it so difficult to find this particular one out of all of those, because I never saw it on the rack.
Yeah.
So here's the one you were just talking about. Here is number 226. This is my upgraded copy.
Yeah, if there was a top 10 of my favorite childhood comics, that would be in it.
Old Metamorpho. We got a Dead Man story down here.
Yeah.
Sensational Sandman Golden Age story there.
Simon and Kirby, yeah. Neil Adams on Dead Man.
Just cool stuff, man. Just cool. I always love this one too. This is another upgrade. My upgraded one.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was another house ads want right there.
And again, Dead Man was on it, so it's like, oh wow, yes, it's gonna be a good read. There we go with number 228. Another upgrade.
Love those 100 pages. One of these days, I'll have to try to start collecting them all. Yeah, that's a joke.
Oh, oh man, oh man. Let's see here. Now they drop back down to 25 centers. We got 229.
Yeah, that was a sad day. I love that book, in retrospect now, but I was like, oh no, where's the 100 pagers and why are they showing a reprint? I think that was probably one of the first books I actually recognized that it was a reprint instead of a new story.
Wow.
Yeah, the Metamorpho story was new, but yeah.
And his, like you were talking about earlier, they got to throw one more giant. It was off. It was a 50 center for 230.
Oh yeah, from the Lost DC Giants.
Yeah. So, again, Dead Man.
And the
Challenger. It was a Challenger of the Unknown reprint.
More Neil Adams art on that one.
Yes, sir. And 231.
That's a favorite. I just love that cover.
Great stuff indeed. And to round this one out, we end up with 236. You're going to smash them to atoms.
You're going to get atomized.
So there we go. Just a few from the world's finest collection. And I picked up these action figures. Well, these two I picked up yesterday. And then I got some others that I picked up over the last couple of weeks. This is just a small, really small, in comparison to most action figures. Flash.
Oh, nice.
But it's articulated too. It's got joints on the elbows, shoulders, knees.
Oh,
yeah. So I thought, wow, usually this small they don't have the articulation, but they do in this one. So it's pretty cool. So had to get my man Barry. It is Barry. I hope so. And then I had to pick this up. Talking about Metamorpho from the movie.
Oh wow!
So they put this one out, so I had to grab that one. Metamorpho. And then on the back they got some of the other characters from the upcoming movie.
Yep. 5 weeks and the movie's out.
Be here before we know it. So, but those were pretty cool. All right. And then picked up some McFarlane multiverse ones. I don't think I showed these. This is Orion of the New Gods.
Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah.
Sorry for the glare. But yeah, it's Orion. It's pretty good too. I mean, it looks really good. I love the helmet. I don't know if it does it justice with the camera, but I mean, they really did a good job on the helmet and stuff. I mean, that's just really cool.
Yeah, Kirby would be proud.
Yes, sir. And let's see. And I picked up. Oh, wait a minute. We'll do this one first. All right. And I picked up Our Man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is another nice one. It was just I forgot who showed it. Somebody showed this. I'm trying to remember and I apologize for forgetting which community member showed this, but I think no, I might have been Fens the Spook.
Okay.
Because I correspond with him on texting and stuff like that, and I think he sent me some pictures of some ones that he said that he got, and I think that was where I saw this, and I said, "Oh man, that's just too cool," you know?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So I had to pick up our man, and then this one here, you're gonna appreciate this because this is just. We like those obscure characters, and to find out when you see an action figure or any kind of merchandise about an obscure character that you never thought would ever have any, it's just like, oh, I gotta have that. You know, I'm not a Captain Carrot collector, but when the Captain Carrot collector, when I saw the figure, I had to have that figure. It was just cool. Well, this is the same thing. This is the Night Master.
Yeah. That's awesome.
From Showcase.
Oh,
From what else was he in? He was in the what's that other group?
Shoot.
I can't.
Had like Detective Chimp and Ragman
Yeah.
in it. Shadow Pact.
Shadow Pact. Thank you. I could not remember that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, hey, the Shadow Master. I mean, Night Master has an action figure. Okay, you're coming home with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I've actually got action figure envy right now, Rod.
I mean, I knew you would appreciate this one because it's just like, man, this is just such an obscure character.
Yeah, I love it.
So, but I don't think these would be flying off the shelf. So, if you're interested in these, definitely check any GameStops that are by you or Target stores by you. Those seem to have around here anyway. Those are the two that have the best selection, I should say, of action figures. Walmart they seem like they don't have. I don't know if they don't order enough, if they sell out fast. I don't know, but every time I go to Walmart, they have.
Yeah, most of the I mean, they have some that's mostly Marvel related. You know, you don't see like obscure DC stuff. So.
So yeah, I picked all three of these up at Target, at our local Target. So, but yeah, I knew you would get a kick out of that. I mean, that is just too bizarre.
Yeah, that made my day.
All right, let's get back together and let's see what else is going on. We got Dr. Monchilla. He says, moving so quickly from Gil Kane to Rob Liefeld is like moving from Farrah Fawcett to Rosie O'Donnell.
Funny.
Okay, that gets line of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. You are so right. Great Gimpy's Ghost. He says, Damien, it's a reunion. Yes, sir.
The old crew, yeah.
There you go. And Sleepy says, Gimpy, woohoo! Robert Harrison says, howdy, Sly and John.
Yeah.
Great Gimpy's Ghost says, how you been, my friend? He says. Scotty says, Batmite is the best Bat family member. Even Batmite's got fans. Sleepy Rita says, pretty good, Todd. Quacking Duck just finished her junior year, and is Gabby a year ahead of her?
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Michael Taylor says, Dick Grayson is Nightwing. Yes, sir. And Scotty says, what's in the box? Nothing. Stupid. You're so stupid. Goonie from UHF movie. Oh, I remember that movie.
Yeah.
UHF. Yeah. Weird Al Yankovic was in it.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, wow. I haven't heard or thought of that in years. Now you make me want to go hunt that down on YouTube or something and watch that. Gimpy says, wow, that's insane. Gabby just graduated.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sleepy Rita saying the same thing. Congratulations to her. Dr. Von Chilla says, Shannon's boxes tower over him in a very precarious, almost sinister way. Time for DVC to take an Ativan. It does. It must be from the angle of the camera looking up. It looks as though they're like leaning forward, like looking over your shoulder, like, ooh.
It's like the House of Mystery made of comic.
Yes. Exactly.
Everybody was getting that.
Oh, and Gimpy says, thank you, Damien. Oh, I skipped one. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I love how you laugh after every comment, Rod. Are you sitting on that feather duster again? Yes, I am, doggone it. I'm just happy to be here.
As we both are, yeah.
Michael Taylor says, speaking of Kung Fu, originally they wanted Bruce Lee to play the lead in the show.
Yes, they did. And for the stupidest reason, they didn't want him because they said he looked too Asian. And I was like, wow.
You just got to shake your head. And, I don't get it.
I don't know.
And Michael Taylor says over David Carradine. Yes. Yep. Werewolf by Lunchtime says dinosaur eyes. No wonder you can't see so well, Rod. You need human eyes. I think Jackson has some in a jar somewhere that you could borrow. Well, hopefully, whoops, they're spinning all around here. Hopefully, before too long, I'll have somewhat new eyes because I'm scheduled to get some cataract surgery done here in the next month or so. So, hopefully. And for some reason, my mouse spun all the comments. So now I have to find where I was. Come on. Just look for the one that's highlighted. Why can't I see it? There we go. Scotty says, I love when DC does Easter egg characters. I read Adventures of the Super Sons and the alien monkey from Atari Force showed up. There you go.
That's cool.
Dr. Von Chilla says, speaking of Superman and Swamp Thing, Alan Moore's story in DC Comics Presents 85 is an all-time classic. A lovely and touching single-issue tale.
Yeah, I feel you, John. It's one of my favorites. It's one of the best stories ever in DC Presents.
Oh, cool beans. Jason Nutter says, 2 shows, Rod? Not just Money in the Bank? No, they're also doing the Worlds Collide, the WWE and the new Lucha Libre group that they bought, AAA. They're putting on that pay-per-view. That's available through YouTube. If you go to WWE on YouTube, their channel, and sign up, you can hit the notification, and I believe it starts at 1 o'clock. I don't think it starts at 12. I think it's 1 o'clock. But yeah, that's going to be on YouTube. The other one, Money in the Bank, is like a regular pay-per-view, but it's on Peacock if you have Peacock. So there you go. That's the WWE. Where's Vince McMahon and them? Give me my money for shilling for him. Michael Taylor says, oh, okay. Thanks for clearing that up for me, Rod. Okie dokie. And we got Triple C in the house. How you doing, Rod?
Hey, Rob.
He says, good morning, everyone. Comic Book Memories is back. Cool beans. There you go. Couldn't have said it better myself, my friend. Great to have you in the peanut gallery, Rob. Hope all is going well, brother.
Absolutely.
Jason says, Werewolf, aren't you allowed to test new comedy material on Rod for that reason? Well, we all love them. And Dr. Von Chilla says, 24 copies of Thor 207. 22 copies of Creatures on the Loose, number 16. No, I don't know anything about multiple copy sickness.
Yeah, he's on medication right now. He's got a drip, they're trying to help him out with that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Sleepy Rita says, you got it bad. Dr. Von Chilla, heal thyself. And Werewolf by Lunchtime, I love him too, Jason, almost as much as his duster. There you go. No. Michael Taylor says, always like that Batman pose on the top right of those world's finest. Yes. I will have to refresh my memory. Oh, please don't fall. Please don't fall. Which one? Which one? There we go. Yeah. There we go. Right there.
Oh, yeah.
So, cool stuff indeed. I agree. All right. Dr. Von Chilla says, been healing for many years, Damien. Here in 2025, I'm down to about 6 copies of each. And Sleepy Rita says, good for you, Doc. And Scotty says, 1/18 scale rules. Spin Master did a great job on their DC figures before the 2-inch stuff they are doing for Superman, the movie. Cool beans. And Michael Taylor puts down the line. You got any more you want to show?
Yeah, I can show a quick stack.
Cool beans. Hold on. Let me just get those out of the way so I can get you up there. Boom.
All right. Got some bronze horror here. This is pretty much a reader's. This looks like a childhood copy I picked up somewhere. Unexpected 113. Got a nice Neil Adams cover.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and here we go. This is one for Rod and the Go-Go Checks. Unexpected. Tales of the Unexpected. Number 97. Auto Man and Mutant Man.
There you go.
Who could forget those?
That's it.
And I like the yellow dress that he's wearing.
Where's those action figures?
Yeah, I'm disturbed for some reason. House of Secrets 118 with a Luis Dominguez cover. I love these 20 centers. As Dr. Von Chilla and I have said several times, there's nothing better than a 20 center. Secrets of Haunted House number 24. Closing in on this one. This one just ran 46 issues. I'm probably 5 or 6 away now. Weird War 63. Joe Kubert Lives. And Ghost number 90. The Phantom of the Disco. Is that Kiss in the background? And covered by Jimmy James and Dick Giordano. And the anniversary issue, Ghost 100.
Oh, wow. Infinity cover. Yeah.
Detective Comics 394.
Oh, man.
Adams.
Yeah. Say no more.
I think that's probably Jonah Hex for another universe. I don't know. And
Nick
another
Fury dressing up as Jonah Hex.
Right. Another Detective Comics with Neil Adams, number 392. I died 1,000 deaths.
Hmm.
Something about that Neil Adams guy. I think I'm starting to like him.
He might have a future.
Weird War Tales, number 80. Another Kubert classic.
That's a cool cover, too.
And another Kubert classic, Weird War Tales, number 78. You got dead Indians on horses fighting in space. What else do you want, right?
That's right. You got it coming.
You don't even have to read the story. I mean, you can just imagine. You know. And Weird War Tales 107, The Avenging Furies. More Joe Kubert stupendousness.
Neat.
And Weird War Tales number 99. I don't think this is Kubert. This is, oh, wow. This is by Dave Cockrum and Dick Giordano. How about that?
Oh,
Pterodactyl covers. We got somebody that's a pterodactyl lover.
Michael Taylor.
Yeah. And I think this is an upgrade I got a while back because my childhood copy was like falling to pieces. Superboy 181. The nice Murphy Anderson, maybe Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson on the cover.
Oh,
48 pages for 25 cents.
can't go wrong.
And here's another upgrade because my childhood copy had been read so many times. Giant one-shot. Winter. #1. Superheroes battle super gorillas. And we got some Saga of the Swamp Thing. Here's number 24 from May 84. Guest starring the Justice League in the
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is part of Alan Moore's run. And Saga of the Swamp Thing 27 with one of our favorite characters.
Etrigan.
Etrigan. More Joe Kubert goodness. Unknown Soldier 250. Spectacular. That we got Sergeant Rockin' Easy. We got the Haunted Tank. We got Mademoiselle Marie, and we got the Losers. All in one story.
Very nice.
And going back to the Silver Age, All American Men of War number 101.
Oh, cool.
Number 97, another great cover.
Johnny Cloud.
The Cloud, yeah. And number 91 looks like. More great aerial action on the cover. And then last but not least, this is an upgrade. Oh, well, I got two more. This is an upgrade to my childhood copy. This is Justice League of America 160. The annual JLA JSA team up.
Yeah.
And we got Jonah Hex and the Black Pirate, Viking Prince, and I guess that's Miss America down there. Good story.
Yes. Yes, that was.
And we have Eric, Son of Thunder, number 1.
Oh, cool bean.
Yeah. There we go.
Alrighty. Here we go. And thank you once again, Michael, for providing the line today.
And Sleepy Reader says, love that classic Orion figure. Yep. I'm going to put all those figures on my list.
That was a really cool one. I really enjoyed that one too.
And Werewolf says the Orion figure goes well with your T-shirt, Rod.
Well, I gotta say, this T-shirt is on my torso here, courtesy of that man right there, because I saw him wear one time, and it was just like, where did you get that shirt? Because I gotta get me one. That is, I mean, it's basically the Crisis cover.
Yeah, number 1.
Yeah, and it's all the way around. You know, so it is just a cool shirt.
Yeah, our buddy Dr. Silver Age wearing a wraparound cover. Doesn't get any better.
There we go. And it's got to be a big cover for it to wrap around me.
Oh, I'm with you. And Scotty says, Our Man must be the French version of Our Man.
There you go.
And Werewolf says, I've always wanted a Liberty Bell figure. Yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, that would be neat. Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Anybody from the JSA or the All-Star Squadron.
Yeah, or yeah, make it a 2-pack with a tomahawk.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Dr. Von Chiller, Rodney, let's see that Killer Gil Kane Man Thing 4 cover off your spinner rack.
All right. There we go. For Dr. Von Chilla.
There we go.
Great
Good
cover.
stuff. The good stuff.
There you go, buddy.
And Sleepy says, I'm amazed there is a Night Mr. action figure. Mind blown. Yeah, mine too.
Absolutely. That's what I'm like, really? I had to give it a double look, you know. I was like, "Oh, okay, you're coming with me."
Yeah, I went up when I got those showcase issues. I really loved that character. I mean, because there's like 3 issues, right? He was
Yep.
in, and I think one issue Jerry Grand and Eddie did the art, but the other 2 issues were Bernie Wright's and some of his early work. So that's another reason to love it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. And Scotty says, I've been wanting Stingray and Jack of Hearts since the Toy Biz started making Marvel Legends action figures. Yeah, those would be 2 cool ones. Big fan of Jack of Hearts. Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome. Jack of Hearts. But boy, you have to pay through the nose because of all the detailing they'd have to do on that thing.
Yeah. And Scotty says, my Walmart never has anything. Yeah, that's the way it is here.
Yeah, know that feeling.
And Werewolf says, how do they stay in business, Scotty? And Joe says, grab all the McFarlane figs you can. They lost the rights to the DC line. Yep.
Yeah, that's too bad. But if he goes to work for the Marvel line, maybe we will get that Jack of Hearts.
There you go. And Michael Taylor says, Rod, very cool books and those DC multiverse figures and artwork on back. Yep.
Yeah,
cool.
They do a good job with the packaging on those and everything. So thanks, Michael.
And QNS is in the house. Welcome, sir.
How you doing, man?
We're glad you're back and sounding so well. Yes, we are.
Yes, indeed. It's great to be back.
And Scotty says, tourists at Werewolf by lunchtime, they cater to the tourists. I don't know if your Walmart has a huge section for fishing and beach toys, but that's the big seller. And Werewolf says, no Walmarts in Australia, Scotty. We have walls and some marts, but no Walmarts. And Scotty says, but you still have Kmart's down under Werewolf.
Oh, wow. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Do you have Kmart's down there?
I don't even think we have Kmart's here anymore.
No, we don't. Not anywhere around here, I know.
And Jack says, I wish I had some eyes in a jar. I could use some. And Scotty says, spin the wheel of comments. And Werewolf says, yeah, we have Kmart's, but they are tiny compared to yours.
Oh, wow. I used to go to Kmart. That was like my one of my favorite places to go Christmas shopping was in Kmart. I really loved that.
Speaking of Kmart's, anybody watches Crazy Hungarian's channel, need to go back, and he had a video on how to make a Kmart hoagie. It looked delicious. Yeah.
Wow.
And Mike Tesla, Shannon, I was trying to remember the reason, and that's it. I think that show was Lee's idea. I could be wrong, though. And QNS says, don't you have Woolworths too? We used to have.
No, we don't have any anymore. Those Woolworths have been long gone. I don't think a Woolworth made it into the 90s around here. So
yeah, there was another store similar to that we had up around here. It was called Ben Franklin's, and it had like a little bit of everything. It was a cool store.
Yes. Yeah, we used to have a couple of Ben Franklin's around here. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Wow, I hadn't thought of those in a long time.
And Scotty says, we don't have Kmart, so I don't know how they can be tinier than nothing, Werewolf.
Oh, and Michael's laying down another line.
There we go. You guys have talked too long.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do I have out around here? Let's see. Whoops. Let's see. I'll pull out some more World's Finest. How about that?
How about that?
All right. How about that?
That's so funny because my wife and I, we got this little video of our granddaughter when she was just learning to talk and everything.
Yeah.
And say something to her, and she said, how about that? How about that?
And I hear that, all I can think of is Mel Allen, I think it was his name. And he used to do,
How about that?
Yeah, he used to do the This Week in Baseball show. Right. Remember that? So how about that?
Good stuff.
All right, here we go. We'll show just a quick round of some World's Finest. So 134.
Classic Silver Age.
Yeah, sir. Green Arrow backup.
There you go.
Or is it backup? Yeah. Yeah. And number 135.
Yeah. You know, more often than not, just from what I've got here in my collection, the backup features were just as good or better than the lead stories.
Yes, sir. Because this one's got a big Aquaman
Yeah, there we
adventure.
go.
And we got, let's see, 156 with some go-go checks. I believe this was gifted to me. I think this was gifted to me by Kurt. And I can't think. Joker 68.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Oh, that's a cool cover.
Yeah.
What number is that?
I'm sorry. This is 156. So
Okay.
thank you so much, Kurt.
Yeah.
So, I hope he's doing well. I haven't heard from him in a while, so I hope everything's going well. 157. More go-go checks.
There we go.
And 158.
Yeah.
$159.
59.
Oh, here we go. Number 161. Not only does it have go-go checks, but it's a giant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that one.
It's great stuff. This got it all right there. Then we got number 162. And 163.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
And 163 again. And 164.
Nice.
Ooh, what was that?
That was a notification that Rob's show is going to be starting in a little bit.
Ah. And we got one. Oh, yeah. What time is it? Okay. 165. Cutting off his slice of the world.
Okay.
And last but not least, we got 166. The first time the Batman and Superman team of the future. The first time they team up with Muto and Joker.
Yeah, I just got that one recently here in the last couple of months. That's a cool cover.
Yeah. All righty. So there we go. I think that'll round out our comics section today. So thank you so much, Michael, for putting that line down. We're going to try and make our way through the Peanut Gallery comments there so we can not interfere with Rob's show. So here we go. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, tinier than nothing? No, I'm not going there. Jason says, werewolf, go where? Are we going to the gutter? And Jason also says, and if we're in the gutter, did Shannon just say there's nothing better than a 20 center? Easy comic reader. He says, Phantom of the Disco. I got to read that one, he says. Dr. Von Chilla says, quote, there is nothing better than a 20 center, unquote. Dr. Von Chilla, 2015.
That sounds about right.
Mike Taylor says, fantastic weird word tales number 80.
Thanks, sir.
He says, yes, very cool pterodactyl cover. Dr. Von Chilla says, indeed, Michael, that cover on World War 80 is a blazer, a double blazer. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, you got to realize I grew up in England on Faulty Towers and Monty Python. Yes.
Yes.
So my humor may be a little warped. Oh, no, man. I was a big Monty Python fan. I only got to see a little bit of Faulty Towers. Did you watch? I know you like Monty
I
Python.
love Faulty Towers too. Yeah, I got the whole Monty Python Flying Circus show. I got the whole set on DVD.
Oh, cool beans. Oh, yeah. I mean, there was just, from what I've experienced, you either like them or it's like the Three Stooges. People either like them or they don't like them.
Right.
You know, there's no middle ground. No, well, I can take them. None of that. But Monty Python, for some reason, clicked with me and with a lot of my friends and stuff. And oh my gosh, man. It really did influence a lot of my life from the late 70s into the early 80s.
Oh, yeah. We would go into class in junior high. We'd be quoting lines from the latest Monty Python episode. And what was funny, the only way we could get that show, it was on our local public broadcast system. It was on Channel 46, KET, Kentucky Educational TV, 11 o'clock at night, you know. And it was funny because me and my cousins would be watching in the living room while my folks and their folks were in there like practicing music for church. And there'd be like, you know, and some of it was a little bit risque. So hey, what was that word I heard in there? Nothing. Go back to practicing your music, you know.
Yep. No, I was lucky that when I started working for Comcast back in the day, we had a young crew, and several of the guys were into Monty Python too, and we wound up doing these skits for a Christmas party. We put together like a 15-minute movie, you know, with little skits and stuff, and they were heavily influenced by Monty Python. Oh, it's just so much fun. The lumberjack song.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I did all that stuff. Why do I not have you up here? Doggone it. You just gotta smack me in the head sometimes.
I didn't even notice it. I was like, okay, man. This is good. It's been a while since we've been on here, folks. So you know,
man, I'm telling you. So,
we
yes,
forgot how our own we forgot how our own format works. So, bad.
But yes, sir, love Monty Python. Michael Taylor says, yes, John, great colors and detail on number 80. And the Jackson Rourke says, Iraq, one of my new favorite series. Cool. He says, humor, your spelling must be warped too. Well, by lunchtime says, don't make me spell color, Jackson. Excuse me. Scotty says, if McFarlane does Marvel figures, we'll just get 100 variations of Spider-Man. No. Michael Taylor says, great to have my favorite part of Saturday back. Rod, Shannon, and fellow chatters, have a great weekend and an upcoming week. Thank you so much for the kind words, Michael. Greatly appreciate them.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Michael. Thanks for being here.
Yes, thanks so much. And look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you so much for providing the line this week, too. You know how much it helps me. So thank you very much. Dr. Von Chilla says, awesome saga of the Swamp Thing Alan Moore run. Alan picked us up when we weren't sure where we would go to find magnificence after Frank Miller's Daredevil. Never thought about it like that, but yeah. Yeah, I never looked at it that way, but yes, you are very correct, sir. All right. He also says, simple lunch of ham and eggs today. Who knows when we'll all meet again. But in the meantime, please love yourselves. Well, thank you so much, and same to you, Doctor.
Thank you, John. Always happy to see you here.
Yes, sir, Rebub. One of the legends. Scotty says, in the 70s, put on your Sunday clothes. We're going to Kmart. Well, by lunchtime says, yes, we have Woolworths in Australia. It's a grocery store. Oh, wow.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Just happens to have the same name. Oh, that's neat. Hey, Psychotronics, good guy, Aaron. How you doing, Aaron?
Hey, Aaron, good to see you.
Great to have you with us, sir. He says, cool looking world's finest. Well, thank you, sir. Hope all is going well. And Michael Taylor says, speaking of Woolworths, when I first moved here in Manhattan in the early 90s, there was a Woolworths down the block from me. Unfortunately, they went out of business shortly after. Yeah, like all good things, they don't seem to last.
Right.
And Aaron says, good morning, Rod, Shannon, Lady M, and the Peanut Gallery. And we understand that Maranya doesn't have internet access right now, so unfortunately she's not with us this week, but hopefully she'll be able to see this on the rewind, and everybody hopes that her internet comes back quickly, so get her back on here. Werewolf by Lunchtime says the last time Shannon got a notification, I convinced Mrs. Werewolf she got a text. Uh-oh. Well, moving right along.
Moving right along.
Michael Taylor says, very cool WFs. World finest. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. I Am One of Us says, great comics, Rod and Shannon. Thank you so much for being here. I Am One of Us.
Appreciate you.
And Scotty says, what? Who doesn't like the Three Stooges? Yeah, well, there are people. My wife is one of them.
Yeah.
My wife does not do the Three Stooges. Just no. My daughter, however, she does. So I don't know. I don't know what it is, but let's see. Jason says, me, Scotty, LOL, prefer Abbott and Costello over the Stooges. Well, nothing wrong with Abbott and Costello either. I love Abbott and Costello. Scotty says, PBS was where you watched all the British stuff. Doctor Who, Benny Hill.
Benny
oh, my
Hill.
gosh.
Wow.
Forgot about Benny Hill.
Yeah, I saw a clip on him the other day. It was so funny.
Oh, what movie is it? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang he's in?
Cannot remember.
I think it's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang he's in. And every time I see that and he pops up, it's like, oh my gosh, because it was long. I remember seeing that movie long before I knew who Benny Hill was. But,
yeah, I always liked him and that little short bald headed guy was in it. I can't remember that guy's name, but they'd always do those romps. Yeah.
Oh, my daughter came home one day from band and she could play that. They worked on playing that.
Boots Randolph, yeah.
Oh, I was in tears laughing so hard. I'm like, oh, and you try moving fast. It just makes you go fast. Great stuff. Thanks, Scotty. Sleepy Rita says Abbott and Costello all the way. That's it. We're choosing sides. Abbott and Costello or the Stooges. No. Did I skip that one? No, I read it. Okay. Scotty says prefer doesn't mean dislike. Jason, I like both teams of the slapstick comedians. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Love them both. There used to be there was another guy who used to be on late nights. Errol Lynn or something like that. Errol something. Errol Flynn. Can't remember, but Leon, or was it Leon Errol? Maybe it's Leon Errol. But he used to do 20-minute shorts like the Three Stooges did and stuff like that. I remember showing him, and he would all do all kinds of slapstick stuff. And
oh, cool.
Michael Taylor says, as a kid, before I knew what Woolworths was, I thought it was a store that exclusively sold wool products. Hey, well, if you didn't know, you didn't know, you know? So, Sleepy Rita says, me too, Michael. Mike Taylor says, you're welcome, Rod. Damien, Michael also says, hi, Damien. I know, right? And Scotty says, my mom always told me that the ABC store is where they sell alphabet soup, but I never understood why I had to wait in the car while she went in. Oh, Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I'm a Laurel and Hardy fan myself. Also Harold Lloyd.
Oh yeah, Harold Lloyd. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going back some.
Oh yeah.
And Laurel and Hardy, you forget about them because I feel like they are always been in the shadow for me growing up anyway of Abbott and Costello.
Right.
The Jackson Roykirk says Harold Lloyd is king. Was he the one who did that crazy thing where he was hanging outside of a clock tower?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking the right guy then. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, yes, he is in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Ah, okay. I'm pretty sure. Thank you, Werewolf. Scotty says, Benny Hill is in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Did he chase the girl around to that upbeat music? Now that would be funny. Get in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, drive around real fast. Michael Taylor, Rod, your wife does the Stooges. I hope she doesn't hit you over the head with an object. No, my wife doesn't like the Stooges. My daughter does. My wife does not. The Stooges come on and she hears that music. No,
she's out.
she's already, in prowl mood. Where's the remote? Scotty says, I always thought CCBB was a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was a family film, but now I question what kind of family. What family? Yeah, that's true. But that's a classic, man. That's a classic. Lead Paint says, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was more horrifying to me as a kid than any horror movie. Really? What about it scared you, Greg? Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Werewolf by Lunchtime. They had to put one male in Chitty with an English accent. And Michael Taylor says, always loved that Chitty Chitty Bang Bang car. Yeah. Love the car. I love the song that goes with it. Just great stuff. Michael Taylor also says, oh, okay, Rod, misunderstood. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. But just don't let her hear you say that she likes the Stooges. That's it. She'll be on your doorstep. And Michael Taylor says, sorry. No, don't have to be sorry, my friend. Lead Paint says, the child catcher. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I can see where that would be. Yeah, that would be kind of creepy too. If you're a kid, I don't want to be caught by a guy chasing kids around. So I gotcha. Scotty says, misunderstood was my favorite teacher. Out of left field. And Sleepy Rita says, have a great weekend, Rod, Shannon, and everyone. And you as well, Damien. Thank you so much for joining us.
Glad you could be here.
Cool beans. And I think that catches us up with the chat. So I think we are good. So got any big plans this weekend, brother?
Yeah, my weekend is filled up. Had the music last night. Got to go to Frankfort, Kentucky and play tonight at a place called Rose's Pub. And then tomorrow, I think from like 4:30 to 6, we're doing something like a little block party somewhere in Lexington. So, yeah, weekend's filled up. And then back to work Monday. So,
music, man.
Yeah.
I envy you, man, because I wish, I've told you before, I wish I could play either acoustic guitar or a banjo, man. I would love to be able to do that. And just...
Yeah, I mean, you get a little tired of doing this every weekend, but I mean, I do, because I just like to spend time with my family once in a while, which was good because they got to come out and see us last night for the first time, most of them. But, I don't take it for granted being able to do it and being able to make a little extra money for, my first passion. So, yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it.
Oh, cool beans. And just get a few more last minute comments coming in here. Hopefully we will be back on next week. I'm planning on it. So
we always plan on it, don't we?
that's it. Right up until Friday. I try to wait before I have to postpone. I try to wait right up until the last second. So, because you never know.
Right.
And I can only play a few instruments, radio, CD. Yeah, that's about as good as I get too, Scotty. So there you go. So, all right. I think that's going to do it for us for this week. Thank you guys so much for coming back and joining us again. We really appreciate it. You guys are the show. You know that.
Yeah, it was great. Good to see, we missed Maranya today, but most of our regulars are here, and so glad to see Dr. Von Chilla come back, and especially Gimpy. Got to see Todd in here, so it was a big thrill.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that was
true. I mean, to have us and Damien and John and all was missing there was probably Captain Strangelove and Hippie. and Tom, where you at, buddy? We miss you.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you. He says, "Have you heard from Tom lately?" I miss Tom too.
Yeah, I miss having him on here. Yeah, it was great to say.
Cool beans. All right, I think that does it for us. So we'll see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, everybody have a great week.
Take care, everybody.
So, once again, our triumphant twosome have made the world a safer place in which to live.